Hi, YouTube. Hope you're doing good. I had a pretty good day. I just came in from not too much, well, yeah, kind of quite a bit of work on the kitty house, but not putting boards up. We've got quite a bit of rain from what it looks like coming this week. And if I get started on the other side, and I've got things that I had up there, like some corrugated fiberglass panels that were clear to let the sun come in, and some other things that I had to prop it up and hold it there while I moved a bunch of stuff that I had in back of there and put up some black plastic so the heat will stay in there and the rain will stay out. And then I took my sheets of OBS oxboard and my 2x4s and put them inside the kitty house and then buttoned it back up. So that took like a few hours. But yesterday I took a day off. I thought I was having so much fun the day before. I was so sore that night. It's been a while since I've carried a, well, like today I did that oxboard and stuff by myself, and the majority of it well, kind of, it's hard to do it with somebody if they're not used to doing that, like carrying sheets of stuff. So it's sometimes easier to do something like that by myself. So, and I'm like told Doug it's like making a bed or carrying a mattress or like dancing, like we do it together, and he's over on the other end. Oh, it was funny. He was like, we were measuring a piece of wood the other day, and he's like, put it to your right. And he's like, no, your other right. Well, I am dyslexic, but this wasn't the case. The tape kept twisting on me. And he goes, your other right, your other right. Like about the third time we got in the house, and he goes, um, he was really surprised at my patience. He said, I thought you look like you wanted to hit me a couple times. I said, like, you heard me thinking. Like about the third time, he goes, your other right. I looked at him. I'm like, and then I go, I only have one. And that usually only happens to me if I'm extremely tired or um upset or something like that in my life. So yeah. But anyway, so I had a pretty good day. But I came in, I had made or gave the kitties some milk outside, and the one white one, well, comes running in. Nellie comes running in, and one I call BB. They all were gonna come running in. That white one came in and kissed my cat Bob, Doug's cat actually, on his nose, and then headed back out. But I had a heck of a time getting a few of them out of here, especially Nellie, because she wants to be by me. So, but that was a trip. So anyway, they all had some milk and they're happy. And um, I have a heated water tank for them, a smaller one that was from my horse. And so they got food and water and milk and shelter, and so they're doing pretty good. They've got I've got knitted blankets and my old horse pad, and there's a rug in there and insulation on the floor, and then I have a rubber mat with lots of carpet, a really long runner that's like about, I think it's 3 foot by, I'm thinking 10 by, no, probably 8. No, no, it might be 10 foot. I've got a few of them. Couple I use in the house, but yeah, one my dog had a boo boo on, and so I took it outside. And then after it got washed from the rain and I put some cleaner on it, I just took it out to their house. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna just start with fresh stuff. But I mean, it's clean enough to put on their floor to keep the frost from coming up and making them cold. And I'm thinking, geez, I actually do have some extra stovepipe and a like a little wood stove. I actually could insulate that little thing and make it into a guest house, if I didn't have kitties. And I goes, yeah, we could rent it out to this one friend of ours. And I go, yeah, kitties and all, you know. But anyway, and I said, or I could just use it for a chicken coop. And he goes, kitties and chickens. And our friend and I go, I don't think that's going to work out too good. So we got a couple of friends that were, a few actually, pretty concerned about if things go bad. So yeah, they know where to come for help. Excuse me. This morning I wasn't really angry, but I did tell a friend that I know is a Mason, or I suspect that he's affiliated, and he's been a friend of mine on Facebook. I think 6 years, maybe a little more. But the funny thing is, oh, I shouldn't name names, but here goes. Because he's he about people not taking the jab for to keep their jobs. He thinks that that's okay, that if they don't do that, then somebody else should have their job, and hopefully they won't end up on a ventilator. And I'm like, wow, I'm thinking that's really harsh. And so I decided to tell you all a little story about the name of my teddy bear when I was young. It was a light blue bear, kind of a lavender color bear with white on it. Kind of smaller, one of them smaller ones, like about, a foot or something like that. Not well, my grandpa gave me a great big one, but this one that I loved was named Fred. Well, I used to take it out and put it in my wagon, put it in my brother's Tonka trucks and push it around. And it ended up with so many holes in it. Like if I sewed up his one leg went from being that big around to like, about like that. And so, after so many sewing jobs on the poor little thing, and this is no baloney. I just happened to have this material that was purple, the background with tiny little white flowers. And I didn't, and I knew how to sew. I started sewing when I was 5. I had this little itty bitty Barbie sewing machine that I would sit on the floor and make Barbie clothes and different things. So I made Fred a dress because I didn't know how to make pants yet. Kinda I did, but not really well. But I could make a dress. So I made it a dress and I put some little lace around it on its neck and everything, and some snaps in the back so I could put it over his head. And then I had made some little underwear for him, and named him Frederica. So, and that's a true story. I just thought it was sort of funny because people are talking about transgender so much. Maybe I had one of the first transgender teddy bears. Isn't that crazy? I think it's funny. So anyway, I had to totally give this guy some heat this morning because when you lack compassion for people that have had their jobs for many, many years, um, uh, probably paid a lot of money for some of their educations, or were loyal workers for God knows how long for their employer and whatnot. And then you have somebody, and this guy's retired, so he doesn't care, and he flat does not care, and he doesn't care about any conflicting science or what any other doctors or microbiologists have to say. Just like yesterday, I shared, Doug had come up with this video about a man, I do think he was from Canada, Alberta, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, or the UK. It could have been England, but somewhere I think it's like British ruled empire. I don't think he was Australian because he didn't have the accent, but I don't know. I don't know. I could be entirely wrong. I can't remember his name, but I remembered his face and I remembered the story. What Doug didn't know is it was an older video of this man that had, he knew how to do his times tables before he was like 6 years old. Even before he went to school, he could do math, unlike most people. And he majored in microbiology and studied viruses for like um in pre-med before he even, and he was out of medical school like um I can well he went into his whole story like, well, the moral of the story is when this all started with this uh COVID crap, uh he got out there and was telling people different things, and he ended up dead under suspicious circumstances. And his wife made a video, but it's on my Facebook from yesterday, so it's probably about maybe 20 posts down, but you'll see it. It says scientist speaks out or something like that. Something about science. You'll see it. I wrote the and then I wrote on top of it, the thing about it is he ended up dead. I said this is an older video and he ended up dead or something like that. I wrote on there. So, yeah, I wasn't really pissed off or irritated. Actually, I was disappointed, but I didn't want to put that on my post. I thought if he thinks I'm pissed off, that's good because I'm representing the people that he doesn't care about. And if he had said that to my face about other people losing their jobs and that they should, if they don't want to do that, I might have even yelled. I don't know. I don't know how I would have reacted if I had heard somebody say that in person to me. So I'm not sure on that. I really am not. Just like I wasn't really sure what to write on there this morning. I could have put disappointed, but that wasn't strong enough language. And I didn't really want to swear at the guy because, I mean, I don't hate him. I like him. So I don't want to really, but I sent around probably at least a half a dozen posts that were just for him. So, and his name's Fred. So Fred, if you're watching this, um, I do care about you. I hope you'll start caring about other people and second opinions in science and stuff, and realize that if you are protected and other people aren't, it's no skin off you. You know, that's up to them. And to not care that they would lose their job or think that they should lose their job, that's a crying shame. I really am at a loss for words aside from going into swearing at you, which I'm not going to lower myself and go there. So maybe you'll have a change of heart. I don't think so, but you might. I don't know. So, but anyway, so all I can say is, wow. I've passed around plenty of posts and proof about science that people are just ignoring, and then they come up with something equally as ignorant. Actually, it surpassed that on the ignorant level when it comes to thinking that somebody should lose their position that they've held for God knows how long, you know. It's just like the military, just like Biden calling for our military service members that don't agree with being pushed into doing something to their bodies that they're totally strictly do not want to do, and calling for them to be court-martialed. So if you can't put something in somebody's body because they won't let you, then you want them dead? Isn't that a little drastic? Isn't people not eating? Isn't that a little drastic? Oh, here's a story, true story about um uh I don't think I'd call it a bill. I don't think it was a bill. When Trump was in office, he had signed, and I'll get more information on this probably today and let you know more about it. But he had signed an executive order. That's what it was. And Monograph from, or his name's Stephen, from the Monograph channel is going to be reading the PFD on it today and let us know more about it. But what it was, um, what did he say in 2020? Trump signed this order that if anybody was like caught helping China with any of their endeavors or whatnot, that he was going to um, close down the ports and make it so cargo ships couldn't transport, especially if they were affiliated with China or any of that type of thing. And then Monograph said that it looked like Biden had gone in there and amended that. So he's going to read more on it today and give us a link for the PFD. One of his subscribers mentioned that on a live stream last night, and it was getting pretty late and Monty was getting tired, so he's like, I'll read over it tomorrow and then let everybody know, as soon as he can. Maybe he won't even get to it today. I think he will. He's pretty reliable like that, but he works, all day and whatever, and or if he has today off, I don't know. I just know he was really shot last night and was tired and just, was telling everybody good night. He started reading it and we're all like, whoa. And then he's like, well, it's pretty long. He said, it's going to take me minutes. And he was like speed reading it too. And it's like, wow. So it must be very, very long document for him to. And then you want to be in a clear mind when you're reading something like that to convey the information to somebody else as good as you can. So we'll see more today, and then I can let you know in a day or so what I heard about that. But makes sense. That would be why. Now I've heard that it's that the dock workers weren't there. Doug heard that it was that the warehouses had closed their doors and they couldn't find the warehouse workers, or maybe it's because they wouldn't take the shot, or I'm really not sure. So whenever I hear more on all of that, I'll let you know. So yeah, I got kind of a headache. I think just oh, I got hot out there. I had to take my hat off. I had a stocking cap on. It was cold when I went out, but I was up on top of the ladder um stapling that plastic to the roof, and I'm really afraid of heights anyway, so I'm up there and I'm like, I didn't start sweating, but I was hot enough where it's like when I got down and I knew I had to go back up again, it's like whew, off with the hat. But ever since then, I kind of been had like a lingering headache from it, and also um, my allergies from the fall, the leaves, has been bothering my sinuses too. So I'm a little not feeling really great today. I guess is the way to put it. So, a little tired too. It's been a long day. So, then I came in and I have to do my bedding because my cat, well, Doug's cat, was on my bed, and when he was cleaning, he left like a great big slobbery spot, and I'm like, well, thanks, dude. I didn't tell him that. He isn't feeling good, but I'm sure he heard me talking to all them kitties out there, and he does get a little not jealous to the point where he's mean. He has been though in the past, but he's just not feeling good. So feeling, and he's doing better than he was, but yeah. Anyway, so well, I think I'm gonna let you go. I thought I'd just tell you the story of Fred to Frederica, and see what my friend thinks about that, and if he'll still be my friend after I just didn't come unglued on him. I just told him how I felt, and he's like, "Barb, we still okay?" And in large letters, I'm like, "Are you?" You know. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, everybody. Peace and love. Oh, earthquake. No, it's done. Wow.